So, have you ever heard the term feel the fear and do it anyway? So, this lesson today is going to really talk about that. Feel the fear and do it anyway. This here was one of my top lessons, and this is part 5 of our 5-part series on life's lessons. And this specifically is going to be talking about the fear of the unknown and feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So let's jump right in. As I think about all the lessons I've learned to date, which are so many, this one has to be the one that's up there too. Because for the last, I want to easily say 8 years, I've been afraid. I've been afraid of moving into this space for the last 8 years. And the space I'm talking about is pushing forward with doing this work He's called me to do, because I've never done it before. This is truly the unknown. Many of you think that I'm like a great public speaker and love talking. I do love talking, but I don't like this. Like, this here makes me nervous. This makes me scared. My stomach's in knots all the time when I get in front of this camera, or if I'm in front of people talking. I'm good at it because I do know how, like I know how to relay my passion to people. But boy, does it scare me. It scares me. It almost freezes me up. Like, my stomach, even like sometimes when I get on camera, if I'm getting in front of a group speaking, my stomach is always in knots. And people say that's normal. I don't know if it's normal. I don't like the way it feels. And so when we talk about feel the fear and do it anyway, this here is something that most people are afraid of doing. And when you can think about something that you are doing right now, some of you right now today watching me on this video know where God wants to take you, but you're afraid. The fear of the unknown. And so what do you end up doing? You stay where you're at. Even if it's uncomfortable, you stay where you're at because it's something familiar. You're working on a job. You know it pays good. You can make sure the bills are paid with it, but you're stuck. And you know your heart is telling you to do something different, but you don't move. Why? Because of the fear of the unknown. You know it's something that could exponentially take you to here, not just spiritually and in purpose, but financially too. But guess what? You bring yourself back. You bring yourself back to where you're stuck in something familiar, all because in your mind, that's safe. Well, I want to shake you up a bit through my experience, and hoping that you can feel the fear and do it anyway. Because that right there, when you can do that, and I'm going to tell you, I still feel it every day. I still feel it. And guess what? I feel the fear and I do it anyway. Because why? My purpose is greater than the fear itself. I'm going to push through every day, and I know where my strength comes from every day. So that's where you have to get to where, you're going to feel it. Feel it anyway, because you know where you're going. But if you're not doing the things necessary to get you to the place where you're going to feel it anyway, then yeah, you're going to be stuck. You're going to keep doing what you've been doing, even if it's not working. You're going to keep doing what you're doing because it's safe, it's comfortable. And I want to help you move from that environment into something that moves you where God wants you. See, many of us will even stay in a toxic relationship. Hello. Hello. I'm speaking candidly today because it's easy to stay in something that we know and it's familiar, even if it's toxic, instead of going to the unknown. Well, what if I never marry again? What if I don't find anybody? This is comfortable. But is it really? So and mind you, the things I'm sharing with you, I'm speaking to myself too, okay? I need you guys hearing me, because in order for you to get to a point of moving forward where God has you, you have to get out of this illusion of comfort, because that illusion of comfort is going to destroy you. The comfort of a job, because it's there and it makes your ends are met, but you don't like it. It's not serving you, but it pays the bills. You're in a relationship that yelling and fussing it's like existing. Who wants to just exist? Like, these are real things I'm talking about. This illusion of getting you stuck at where you are. And we're talking about moving you beyond simply being fearful of something that you don't know. I want you to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I'm telling you this because I do it too. You're not alone, but you have to develop a relationship with God that helps you rely more on Him. So when you rely on Him for your everything, and when things aren't like where you want them, what do? You pray. Because He gives you answers. So when you pray through that and you work through that, you will be able to push through and feel the fear anyway. So that is the process that helps you feel the fear and do it anyway, is when you have your relationship with Him growing and thriving. And as I said, I'm not perfect, but every day I'm in that word. So pointing to it over here. I'm in that word every day, getting a nugget that I can marinate on, praying and seeking Him for guidance. A situation happens that I don't like, or it doesn't align with where I'm going. I pray about it, because guess what? He gonna take you through it, and you're gonna feel the fear and do it anyway. So I want to encourage you, as you are moving into that space, I need you to get out of that illusion of comfort and get uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable with the unknown and feel that fear. Because when you can do that with His guidance, and please hear that part. I don't want people going to quit their job tomorrow, and God ain't tell you to go quit your job. Don't quit your job, but let Him guide you. Let Him show you, and let Him build alongside that, to where now that's, because it's the unknown. You're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. Start building what He wants you to build alongside what you got, so you can get that. Or start building the comfort. If you're in a toxic relationship with somebody and it's not serving you, and this is like a relationship with either like marriage, not marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even a relationship in business. But if it's not serving you, then pray and ask God to guide you, work on you, so you can be a better version and be better for where you're going. And then guess what? That thing gonna go away. See, God don't want anything toxic in your life, because it takes you away from where He has you going. You have to trust and know everything that's happening to you is happening to help strengthen you, make you stronger. And that's what we're talking about. I also want to say too, many of us get comfortable around doing good work, right? And they hide behind that. I just want to say that, and because I'm thinking about my lessons, right? I was doing good work. So, and I loved what I did, but I wasn't seeking God in where He wanted me to go. So all those things that were happening were those distractions that were happening and taking me away from doing what He told me to do. I was avoiding the things He told me to do because I was doing good work. I was helping the homeless. I was working on committees. I was working on raising funds for this. We were working through like all of that good work, and nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I think it has its place. But if you're not aligned with where God has you and wants you to be, then those are now distractions. Those are things taking you off of where he needs you going. So don't hide behind the good work just because it's good work to do. Move down the path that God has you focused on. You are actually looking at the things and you're aligned with the things he's called you to do. You're not misaligned. And sometimes you can misalign through good work. You could be not where God wants you. So that's why it's so important, as you talk about feel the fear and do it anyway. You need to feel that fear of where he has you to go. And even if you've never been there and you don't know what it looks like, but guess what? Who do you trust? You trust God. So when you trust him through this, he's going to guide you through that. And that is my desire, is that he helps you get to a place where you fully understand who you are being for the purpose he's calling you into being or calling you into doing. So as I look back at over time how I've taken those lessons and not pay attention to where he had me going, and those things like literally almost took me out, but bringing me back forward, because you're probably saying, well, Tony, what were you supposed to be doing? I was supposed to have been doing the training he gave to me that I'm doing right now. This work is so big and massive. I need to touch hundreds of you, if not thousands of you, to be able to make the impact that we need to make in this world. And I've been off target. I've been afraid to do that because I don't like getting in front of the camera and talking. My stomach's and nerves doing it. But that's the work he's called me to do, not to sit over here and chair a committee or run all these things. Those seasons, when they passed, they needed to pass. And those were the lessons I had to learn. So I'm hoping that as you hear me talking about my life's lessons and how God has taken me to the next level of where he wants me going, that he's giving me clarity around where I'm going. That's a part of my blueprint. I know now where he has me going. And everything that I do now is lined up against that. And where I'm having fear, not knowing. I have vision, though. I have vision of where he wants me going. But I've never been there before. That's the unknown, right? I can't tell you exactly where this is going fully and what that experience feels like because I've never been there. But I know I see it. I know what he's laying out in front of me. I know I can see a 10-year plan in my head of where I'm going, but that's the unknown. So as you're seeking out where God has you and seeking out what it is that you're supposed to do, I just want to encourage you to, first of all, get that relationship with him. Set that foundation so that he can guide you. So when you start feeling the fear of where it is he wants you to go, that you say, I'm going to feel it and do it anyway. That's where he wants you, is to feel the fear and do it anyway. And that is one of my top life lessons that has pushed me forward especially these last few months, but critically my entire life. And I want you to use those same lessons I've shared with you. I hope you enjoyed this series on the 5 parts of life's lessons. I hope you learned something from it. If you've got some comments for me, put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you've not subscribed yet to my channel, go ahead and subscribe and set the notifications so whenever my next video hits, you're the first to see it. And I hope this blesses you, and I look forward to seeing you around the corner.